short of $500.
Okay.
Just short.
Call the
of
meeting to
500.
order. Do roll call. Brendan Bunger.
Here.
Tyler Evans.
Here.
Julie Lyon.
Here.
Okay, Julie's on the phone. Larry Vandervoort.
Here.
Matt Watnick.
Here.
And Don is present for the city. Approve agenda, special session 07/27/2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
A motion to approve. Can we get a second?
Oh, second.
Second from Matt. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Move on. Public time, public hearing. Public. All right, reports and other business. Item A, second reading of ordinance number 4-2026. Motion to approve supplement appropriation ordinance to meet the obligations of the municipality for the fiscal year of 2026. This will be our second reading, so I'll have a motion on this one.
So it's going to be $37,000, but how much is the true cost going to be for that?
We cashed out the CD and we got a donation. So in order to use those in our budget, we have to appropriate them into the budget.
We're not necessarily taking any funds out of our general
No,
fund.
this
Okay.
one isn't.
All right, I understand. I'll make a motion.
Motion from Larry,
Second, Tyler.
second from Tyler. Do a roll call. Bunger,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lyon,
Julie?
Yes.
Vandervoort,
Yes.
Watnick.
Yes.
Okay. Move on to item B, second reading ordinance number 526, motion to approve supplement appropriation ordinance to meet the obligations of the municipality for the fiscal year 2026. Do you want to get a refresher on this one, Don?
After going through last year's budget and then having things in our funding software this year, could see where I fell short with budgeting. So after learning a few more things, I was able to hopefully get us enough till the end of the year with our unassigned cash.
Any questions?
So were all these we were short on?
We will be by the end of the year.
We will be by the end of the year. So this is what we're
So I could have just broke it up to
Reappropriating?
departments. Yeah.
okay.
I just broke it out to where you know where all of it was going to go.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This is itemized and this is a total.
Yep.
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Watnick, get a second.
I'll second.
Second from Bunger. Do a roll call. Bunger,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Vandervoort,
Yes.
Watnick.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes. Item C, Banner Association RFP number 3, sidewalk and building appropriations. Sherman Avenue asphalt repairs and forestry asphalt repairs.
Hand these out. I got 3 more if you want to distribute them down there. And Julie, I'll try to speak to it as clearly as I
I can
can.
take a picture of it and send it to her.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll take a picture of it, Julie, and send it to you. How's that sound?
great. Thank you.
I'll start with the asphalt repairs. So this would be asphalt repairs on 4th Street. And the reason for the asphalt repairs, due to the heavy traffic from hauling to the stockpile area out at the development, the trucks had slid the top asphalt mat leading out to the development. So if you go to the far east end of 4th Street, there's, like we stated on here, 104 feet of length that the top mat has slid over top of the bottom mat. Usually you don't see that. Usually you see a break all the way through. I'm guessing there was maybe some adhesion issues between that top and bottom mat. And then just with the truck traffic and I mean, it was warm when they were hauling, that mat is slid. So to repair that, it would take a 2-inch mill and then a 2-inch overlay to repair it.
That's what it kind of looks like.
And it's to the point it's slid enough to where it's not salvageable. I mean, you might as well just take the top off.
Well, yeah, and if it's slid, means it's delaminated. You're gonna get water in between it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
it'll be shot in a year or two.
Mhm. Now that, obviously that access is just for the residents on the east end of 4th Street. But it's a $10,000 repair to complete that work. And we're anticipating you'd have to go, it's not full width of 32 feet, I don't believe. But it's a good portion of the roadway that would have to be milled out. The other area is by the water tower. So as they left the project, there's a 30 by 36 area that is basically blown out, and it's from the truck traffic as well. So that one, we wouldn't be able to do the 2-inch mill and overlay because there isn't anything underneath of it that's salvageable. You'd have to mill all the way through the top surface and then regrade the base and put a new asphalt mat in. So that new asphalt mat would be a 4-inch thick mat, be a 2-inch bottom mat with a 2-inch top. And that is a little bit different than we're doing 5-inch out on the main roadway in front of the businesses here. That down there is just 4-inch. Generally, most of that traffic turns off on Minnesota. So the other area is a small area on Sherman. And this was an area that was damaged as part of Underground Connections project. And if you can picture it, the west side of Sherman is in pretty tough shape and has been for quite some time. There was a spot that had blown up as a small spot, and it's kind of grown throughout, the remainder of last year's construction, the beginning of this year's construction. That area is pretty small. It's 12.5 feet by 9 feet. And what they would do is they call it 4-inch mill and overlay. They'd just cut it out and remove it. But they're just providing the milling price for it.
So is the milling price more expensive than just the removal? Because I know that the piece of equipment costs
It does.
probably quite a bit more to operate than
It
what
does.
a excavator or a skid loader would be.
It does. So they're giving, I gotta check. I gotta check on what that removal is. And I'm just gonna, 370 square yards.
It'd be a 12.5 square yard for removal.
So yeah, that milling price is quite a bit higher. If we're talking, if we're at 750 a square yard for removal. I'm gonna look at the actual price in the bid.
And then is that gonna be the same thing with that east end project too? Are they just gonna cut a straight line? And I would assume they'd
No.
probably rip it out with
They said they would mill that one.
Okay.
Because it's a big enough area.
I suppose if they're gonna have the milling machine here anyways, they just might mill this other one instead of ripping it out with,
Did they have the milling machine in town today? I thought they.
I don't know, but
There was something here, but I'm not sure what it was.
They must have had it. I mean, they milled a piece over here off of On Minnesota. On Minnesota, there was a piece milled on the east side of the roadway. And I don't know much about that one. I know Jared coordinated with them on the milling.
But I'm just saying, if they got the milling machine here, instead of ripping it out with the skid loader or whatnot, they just might set it to 4 inches and mill,
Mm.
And you're saying set to 4 inches and mill what?
That Sherman.
The Sherman? Yeah.
Cause they're already gonna have it here for Fourth and down here.
Dustin, when I talked to Dustin, the project manager with Double H, he said that they would likely cut it out.
Okay.
Is this,
So they're, sorry,
no, go ahead.
they're giving a price. They're giving a price quite a bit higher for that milling machine. Like you're saying. That might be one that we talk to them about and say, is there anything that you can do on the milling? Or the only thing is milling the top of that. Because if they can't mill it, then they got to cut it out and remove it. And I'm talking at the east end of Fourth. I mean, the only way to fix the east end of Fourth is to mill it.
Yeah.
And if they've got the machine here, then we might as well have them mill the other ones, but only if they'll give us a reasonable price.
Well, aren't they already gonna be in town doing some other repairs, milling repairs for our,
Yeah,
They're gonna be here, yeah.
before the slurry sale?
Yes.
they must be in town already because I see the distributor sitting out here. Or is that for this?
No, it's for what they were doing. They were paving today
Yeah.
because I seen a fresh patch.
Oh, they
Yeah.
are. Why did they do that?
So I don't know if that milling machine's in town. I'd have to talk to Nate or
Must be over
Troy.
here by the, I think over here by the apartments, because like all the vehicles are parked on the south side. I don't know if they did the street on the west side of it there, some of it. 2-story apartments right here.
Huh.
I just noticed a whole bunch of cars parked all on the south side, so I don't know if they did right
Yes, they
by
will.
like the driveway going in there
I guess I don't know.
on Dakota.
I haven't come into that side of town yet. You gotta be careful where you come into town at, or you gotta go all the way around the other
What's
side.
that?
Were they starting at this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I suppose that machine's probably gonna,
Starting what? The patching?
Yeah.
I believe so. We might have to check with Jared. Jared scheduled that.
he's out of pocket.
Yeah, he was gonna let me know when to post.
I just texted Double H to see if they had the milling machine in town. Let's circle back to that one. Because I think there is some potential for negotiation.
I mean, it won't be a lot because they got the milling at $322, but for that Fourth, between Fourth and Fifth on Sherman,
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a high dollar amount. It's just
yeah. But it is on that, by the water tower for that 120 square yards.
So my own question, I mean, like I said, I'm still working on it, but that development with that Fourth Street project, I did get a number to do that. We're looking at that. Well, part of that number is replacing Fourth Street too. Cause we gotta fix all that elevation, so. I'm not saying like I wanna hold my breath on it that we're gonna get it done, but the same aspect, I hate to throw away $10,000 and then
rip it back out.
rip it back out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's,
Cause I mean.
that road's
even-
so damaged though that,
Well, the thing is like, it is damaged well, it doesn't matter if it's one resident, everybody should, I mean, it's affecting one resident right now, which doesn't mean we just ignore it, but there's no way that we can, like right now,
we could try to patch. I mean, we could try to patch.
I mean,
There's some areas And it'll get some water in it, some of those cracks that.
I mean, I
open up.
guess when are they planning on doing this? I mean, when would they?
They'd probably do it when they're in town doing these other patches.
So soon.
Soon, yeah, unless you wanted to do some smaller patching and to reduce that price or that cost.
Because do you know what day they're coming in? So I was gonna literally have a meeting with Tobin Morris here.
Yeah, I don't know the exact date, but generally the city does patching every year. If there's some of that's, you know.
I mean, I want to
not
get it
bad
taken
enough,
care of. I don't want to
So
ignore it.
here's the thing, Trevor, if I remember right, it was like $12,000 just to mow Double H up here to do these.
No, and I know that. I mean,
So, I mean, for them to mill, I mean, that's one mow.
yeah. No, I know. I'm just trying to look at it as
I know. I mean, it's throwing money at
it's just like we
something.
did up here. I mean, in forestry, we threw 80,000, and then here we are, 2 years later, ripping it out.
Yeah.
And I could have coordinated with Jared a little bit better on this, but I'm kind of just thinking through some things. Do you have the quote handy that Double H gave for the patching?
I don't know that it's handy.
That's
I can find it,
fine.
though.
But the problem I have with it too is like, I don't know if I'm gonna have a definite answer or anything will happen within 6 months. And it's like, do we want to let it sit for 6 months this way too? I mean, is that fair?
I got I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's gonna hold. I mean, it
Well,
might,
this winter, it's gonna be gone. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you're gonna break it up, but
Pete goes and moves snow.
yes, and I mean, you can patch it, but to get it you're not gonna be able to get that thing glued back down in any little crack.
Well, here, I mean, here's another picture if you want to see what it all looks like.
Where's this? This is which one now?
Going into the development off of Fourth.
Oh shit, it's already gone.
Yeah, it's gone. That's what I said. It's not fair. So it's affecting this neighbor here. It's not in the other driver's see like that.
Yeah, but to back out of there, you're still
Oh yeah,
coming.
they're going to be, but you can just see it like it just all slid.
Yeah. Yeah, they must not have got good tack or something.
Could have been dirty when they
Yeah,
put the mat over top.
something.
Yeah, I'll show you those pictures here.
But I'm pretty sure that's like the cost. I mean, to do that is the cost of them basically molding up here.
That's the end going
Yeah.
into the development there.
One, so I'm trying to read between the lines a little bit.
You can see how I kind of like
I don't know if they're splitting that mold cost then between this and what the city has. So are
No.
you
It's like they
getting,
went
I don't
in.
know if the city's getting, it should all
Or-
just be one mold price, right? That's what we are getting at.
Yeah.
We should, between both projects, we should only have to pay for mold one time.
Well, we paid, they came up and they did this.
Mhm.
And then we we had to have them mold up to do all those squares,
Mhm.
all the grind, the grinding and stuff for when they come to do the slurry seal.
Yeah.
And this, I doubt will be ready by the time they're done with all their little patchwork. So they'll leave town and then you'll pay for the mold. Well, the contractor will pay to have them mold back up again, I'm sure.
For the milling?
No, for the paving.
Yeah. Mhm.
But while they're here, and unless the mold is
well, can we?
built into all these prices,
I mean, unless they can mill that all out right now.
And leave it until they come back to do the asphalt paving
Back to-
on 4th Street.
and that probably what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They'll
Well, I mean, we
probably,
can confirm that that's what they're gonna do, I think. I'd like to get documented that's what they're gonna do.
yeah,
Well, they're gonna be up here, getting all the spots ready for slurry seal. So they're gonna
Yep.
be doing patchwork. Paver's already gonna be up here doing that.
yep,
And then they'll come back here in probably late September to finish asphalt early October, whatever that date comes to. And then they're just gonna do 4th Street. Right?
Fourth and possibly these
Yeah,
patchwork.
We'll get Dustin on the line. Dustin, thanks for the call.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're on speakerphone at the council meeting here.
Okay. No, I mean, what do you mean by the mobilization?
So when we were talking through the price, Dustin, we know that you guys are doing some work for the city, doing the patching work outside of this 4th Street stuff. So the mobilization that you had, the price you had given to the city to do their other patchwork, with this additional pricing to do 4th Street, do you have some of that mob already taken care of on the city project, or is it?
The mob's gonna stay the same. So when we added on these batches, the mob price isn't gonna change. If that makes sense.
Okay,
Because the plan is to do, do all the milling tomorrow. And so there was no additional mob cost to add on these additional batches.
okay. So like,
gonna pay the mob once.
Yeah,
Mobilization one time.
so I just want to,
The cost to get the milling crew there and then our paving crew there, that stays the same.
okay,
So doing those additional 4th Street batches, I'm not gonna charge more for mob because it doesn't increase mob.
okay, okay. Well, yeah, we were just checking on that. Just gonna grab. Is it the same price that you're giving the city? Like the,
No, because
no.
the mold price for the 4th Street project is our mold, and I think all of our substitute quota mobilization. That's all in the mold price for the 4th Street project.
Okay,
And I don't know offhand how much that was, but
I got you. Just thinking through it quick.
Are they going to do anything with that slurry still? Cutting out that sections next to the curb? Was he gonna do that too, or somebody else gonna have to do that?
that's what they're
That's
doing.
part of this.
Yeah, part of that original bid that we got from them.
So help me out, like the asphalt price at 127, that's the price that you gave on 4th Street, the 4th Street project. I see.
Yeah.
So it's a milling price that is different, or
correct.
that wasn't bid.
Because we're milling out, 14 different spots. I think the total area is like 20, the size of the area of the 4th Street project. So it's not all in one spot.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
A lot of jumping around.
yep. Okay. Okay, and then that stuff on that small spot on Sherman that we looked at, you were planning on just cutting that out, but we talked about that would just be,
I think that patch is actually done already.
it is, okay.
That patch and the one, I think it's like halfway between 4th and 5th on,
Minnesota.
I want to say Minnesota or Dakota. There was one that was like, that had a concrete patch in it.
Okay,
So we removed the concrete that was within the
Mhm.
patcher, patched it back.
okay. Do we have any other questions for Dustin? Dustin, appreciate you calling in. Well,
And any other questions, give me a holler.
yeah, we will do. Okay.
Thanks,
Bye.
Leslie.
So here are my thoughts. Since he's using the same mob cost, I personally think we should just do it at that 136 for East 4th.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I understand the development wants to come in and redo it,
Yeah,
but if it doesn't happen,
we're gonna spend another $12,000.
we're gonna spend another $12,000 to get a mow up here anyways to fix it. And I mean, granted, yeah, we could probably have them do it, when we're doing these other little spots, but then you're also dealing with the bad spot, and then try to go in there and just patch it. I don't think it's gonna hold.
No, I know. I agree. I mean, I think we just gotta take care of it. So, not fair to those residents that have to deal with the broken up road.
No,
So that wasn't inflicted by them, so.
and I'm assuming this will all get added onto this project price.
Yes.
There'll be a
that's-
change
this will get-
order.
This will get added onto the project. And the approach that we would take is that this would be part of the water part of the project, because that was the reason for all the material
Oh,
to replace the trench. And that was due to the water construction. And we can, I don't make my quick cheat sheet on funds, just so you've got a little bit of an idea on where we're sitting for funds on the project. The community access grant, and with the two DOT grants, with the community access and the TAP, we want to max those out. Because those are the programs that give the $600,000 grant. So we're gonna take those up as close to $600,000 as possible. It's a little bit of a puzzle to fit everything together, and partially a game, I'll call it, to try to, you have a lot of things eligible for multiple different programs. So even though it was associated or, surfacing over top of the water, it's eligible for water funding, it's eligible for TAP funding if it's through the sidewalk, it's eligible for community access grant if it's through the roadway. But you have to break everything out at the front end, and then things change during the project, and then you reshuffle funds and some other things change, and you try to make sure you have excess funds somewhere to cover those additional costs. And that's what we would do, is try to pay for everything out of community access grant and TAP, and then cut into the drinking water and clean water funds, because that's all loan. The drinking water, just anticipating, we use all the DOT funds, we would likely still have 375,000 left in the drinking water and about 160,000 left in the clean water. And that's doing some projections, anticipating there's a couple other change orders that are coming. There's one that we're going to talk about tonight with the building fronts. This one would be included in that. I still think we'd have about that much money left. But that's the idea, though, is to not use that money, or use as little of that money as possible, because that's all loan money, and that's coming right out of the user rates.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think
We don't
right
need,
now we'd have to take,
you have to have a motion.
we would have to take action on
Okay.
this, just so I can give you approval to Double H. The milling machine's coming tomorrow. Or sorry, it's
It's
sitting
already here.
It's sitting here today. They're using it tomorrow.
Because
They used it today, I think, too.
Well,
In that
I
one
don't-
area over here.
he
I
said
know they had-
Sherman and Fifth is done already.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they cut that out, and then that was a concrete patch, so they took that out. I think they just brought it today.
Okay, well, can I get a motion?
I'll
to
make a
approve?
motion.
A motion from Larry, get a second.
I'll second.
Second from Watnick. Do a roll call. Bunger,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Lyon,
yes,
Andy Mort,
Yes.
and Watnick.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Okay, this would be a lot of pictures for Julie.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, I got 3 more. This, pass those if you would. There, I got one for you there. And then-
Send you some more here.
Okay, this is a little bit longer discussion. This is RFP number 3. We talked about this a little bit at the last meeting, and so after removal of the sidewalk, there was some items that were discovered on these building fronts that are gonna need to be addressed. And following that meeting, Banner, our structural engineer and architect, come to the site. We walked through it with Double H and with CVC, so CVC is doing sidewalk work. And we identified some direction on what to do at each one of these locations. And I'll start with location 1, and we'll run through them. I think most of them will be straightforward. There's a couple that will take some discussion. Location 1, I've got pictures here on, if you flip a few pages through, it might be easiest just to look at the photo. So location 1 at the Texaco It'd be at the Texaco gas station. The curbing on each side of the support posts that hold up the canopy, that curbing probably was cracked before. It's cracked further now. It's separated from the base of the pole. Something has to be done with it. And what we're proposing is to put a new curb around the base of that pole, and then we pour the sidewalk like planned up against this new curb. So we asked the contractor to give us pricing, one, to remove the curbing away from the pole. They would have to do a new saw cut in front of the curb that sits around the gas pump area, the gas pumps themselves. And then they'd install a reinforced concrete curb back in its place. So restore back to existing is what I would call it.
Has the owner been contacted on any of this? Or?
Not on all of these. All of these. This one they haven't been. On the Texaco one they haven't been.
It's just so close to the roadway there.
They were coordinated with during the project and prior to the project, leading up to the project. In this case, we got a temporary easement from Texaco to work beyond the right-of-way limits.
And this was all damaged due to construction.
There's some previous, it was cracked prior. The hope was we could pull the sidewalk away, cut it, pull it away. But after they cut it, things just fell apart. And it's the same with going up to the garage doors. That concrete's in poor condition. And we're taking the approach where we'll pour a tie-in piece, and it's going to be the tie-in piece from our nice sidewalk edge to kind of busted up concrete. And that piece is what it is. It fills that space between, but if the owner wants to do an improvement after that, they'll at least have a nice edge to tie into.
Can we give them the option to piggyback off that project?
We did talk to them about it. I think everybody's had a little bit of an opportunity to reach out if you want to do something.
The only one is Colton Storage, right? Burgers. That's going to piggyback off that.
Well, I think I don't know if they're going to or not. And some of them have had conversations with CVC that I don't know about. But
Okay.
I know Ready Mix is doing theirs over here. They had taken out the concrete in front of their building. Monty Koopman, he's doing some work in front of his place.
Okay.
Burgers did call CVC.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I didn't know if these guys, since the thing that's here, the cost is going to be substantially cheaper than having.
Yeah, I can definitely reach out to them and talk to them and see if they want to do anything past that cut line.
Yeah.
Again, it was discussed with them prior to.
So all that stuff.
Weston,
Yes.
when you talked to them initially, how was it left as far as we're going to incur the expenses or they could incur expenses? I just want to know how it was, so how to approach it.
It was anything outside the scope of our work that we would need to do within the right of way. They would be responsible for any additional expenses. So.
Okay, and how were they warm to that idea, or how was that? How do you feel the conversation went?
So it was Alex and Jarrett that had the conversation, but afterwards talking with Alex, obviously people had some requests. I think there was a pretty good understanding that an acceptance that yes, it would be their cost, anything beyond the right of way.
Okay. I just want to know if we were going in all open-minded, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's something that we're going to have to defend, when bringing the cost to them.
Mm-hmm. And I think that The cost would generally, and I guess it depends on the negotiation with CBC. Because the contractor would negotiate the cost with them.
Okay, so at this point, like, we think that we owe the 1,500 or that'll be our expense?
Yes, that would be the city's expense. And
Okay, that's what I wanted to just have an idea of.
mhm. This would be due to the right of way improvements. And so that would be a cost that the city, I would expect the city would incur. It would be hard
Okay.
to pass it off to the property owner.
So all these other projects that the CBC is doing, like with Monty and the Ready Mix and all that, are they billing directly to them, or is this gonna get into the project and we have to invoice off of that?
Ready Mix, I believe CBC is directly billing Ready Mix.
Okay,
I don't know the agreement with Monty.
okay.
There was a storm sewer connection that was made
Mhm.
On Monty's property.
Yeah.
So that one did go through the city. I mean, it hasn't been paid yet,
Okay,
but that's an item that would be through the city and coordinated, as far as, I don't know how that works on your end, Don, for book work. Is that doable? Okay,
What's the storm sewer tie-in?
it's for roof drains. So
yeah,
there was
because there was that, and then I think you guys talked to Paul Gross too, didn't you? See if he wanted to dump his building into, so it goes under the sidewalk and out instead of going on top.
Yeah, gross down the street here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Yes.
ties into the storm sewer under the sidewalk.
So that one goes under the sidewalk, but it's just through a sidewalk drain because we don't have storm sewer.
so it has to go in the gutter, which yeah, because who else would we have to, because all these other ones are all discharged out, right?
Yeah, they do. Most of them discharge to the back of the property. At
Is there
the
anyone
hair
that-
place, Stephanie,
Does she decline on that one?
I told her what the price would be and she declined it and said she didn't want to do it. So,
I just, here's my idea is, just have all the ice and all that during the winter time and all that accumulating on top. I mean, I would strongly push to have it under
yeah,
discharge.
But it's their responsibility to clear the ice.
Yeah, I mean, so I would go back to her and I'd be like, hey, this concrete starts failing and popping, it's gonna get assessed to you.
It's,
yeah. She doesn't really have any means on her building to get so there's I don't think there's rain gutters on her building.
Also, it's just all discharging.
Yeah, I would just go onto the ground and then flow over top of the sidewalk. So I think that was part of it too, is there was nothing there to even connect to. She'd
Yeah.
have to do some property improvements to make it happen.
But that's the only one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
so we'll need to figure out the cost to bill Monty then if that was,
yeah, I know the cost. I have the cost.
Paul Gross declined, or no, yeah, you said he's going under,
Yeah.
he's just discharging. it.
Yeah, his goes under the sidewalk, so we have a sidewalk drain
Okay.
in the plan. And that was different. There's something existing there already, so we had to put that back.
Oh, okay. So that
So
one's
it
kind
wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't be on
here.
him.
Okay.
So location one it's $1,500 to do curbing. Our recommendation is to do the curbing. We have to do that. I mean, that's really the only way to put it back properly. On location two, at the corner agency, and there's pictures, it would be the bottom left picture. There's a little bit of a sketch in there showing in the window well opening, the bottom of the window well is rotten, which would to be expected. It was up against concrete, wet, the sill rotted out. But we do have to pour a new sidewalk up against that and leave them with something that isn't going to be an issue. And so we talked to, I'm trying to think of the gentleman's name. It's not the owner, it's the individual that runs the business.
Lee Meyer.
Lee. And talked to him about what we would do in that opening. And to keep from water running back into the opening, they'd pour a curb up to that top of the first course of block, and then put sealant on the backside of the concrete, basically seal up around the window opening what's left. And then because that front has such an irregular surface with the stone face, we can't put expansion joint up against that because it'd be a pretty crude joint. It wouldn't conform very well. So we'd pour a buffer piece. So it'd be a 12-inch wide strip of concrete that would be up against that irregular face. And then our expansion joint or our clean joint with the sidewalk would then be poured up against the buffer. And there's 3 window wells that we would have to do that to. And the buffer strip would have to go around the entire perimeter of the building. Start on the west side where we have our removals at, and it would come around, wrap around the south side of the building, north side of the street, wrap around, and then we'll talk about it here, but it'd tie into sign design eventually. So to do those 3 window well openings, it's going to take a little bit of treated lumber to kind of rebuild some of that bottom jamb and pour the concrete in at $1,600.
Along with the 12-inch buffer all the way around the building.
Along with the 12-inch buffer. Yep.
So then does the sidewalk price come down since they're 12 inches narrower?
Yeah, that wouldn't be paid as sidewalk.
Okay.
So.
So essentially the sidewalk price would be a little bit less for.
Yep.
Some computer and paper. For most of the
Yeah.
sections.
Essentially, but
It's a little extra. It is. I mean, because of that curbing that's in the opening.
Yeah.
There's some extra cost. Location 3, this is at the stairwell at the corner agency building. I don't know what that looks like right now, but after the rain this weekend, there has to be water in that basement. We haven't asked them. I told her
since I've been down there.
we went down there and looked, and he was trying to open the door. I said, no, don't open that door. You're going to end up with a bunch of dirt in here. Because that dirt is right up against that 5-panel door.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that water went right down alongside that door and it's in the basement. So what we've talked about is pouring a concrete wall to abandon that,
Filling in that,
filling in that space.
excavate it, and then form up a wall.
Mm-hmm. Now, we don't have a price to form a wall up, mainly because we've got a thought on what's down there at the bottom, but not certain what that looks like. The wall would probably not fit in between the block because we'd have to try to then anchor it into that stone, that granite stone. It would likely be better. I say better. We haven't figured it out yet, but pour that wall on the outside of the stone because you're going to have earth pressure up against it. Pour it on the outside, and to waterproof it, you'd use just a gun grade. It's like a Sika Flex, but it's a water stop, and you put a bead of that along the face of the stone, pour your concrete up against that, and that's a hydrophilic seal that expands, and so it seal off any water intrusion from getting behind that concrete wall. But
How long does that last?
it won't
Is
leach
that-
out. It's not clay, it's not benite based, so that it'll last a long time. We use it on tanks fairly
Oh, yeah.
often.
Okay.
Yep.
It says that's something that has to be, maintained. 20
So
years
with
from
that
now.
being, I mean, is any of this cost accrued to corner insurance? I mean, that's a hard one to say because that was a negligence on the building part prior.
yeah, well, that's kind of what my thought was too. I mean, at some point, some of this stuff, I mean,
They should share some of the responsibility.
yeah, the lack of their maintenance shouldn't be at our cost.
It's Randy Lamers, right?
Not this one.
Not corner,
This is
I think
Myers.
Randy does
I think he
corner.
owns the whole building.
Yeah,
Yes.
Randy,
Because
Randy
he
does.
owns sign design as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
I talked to Randy and I didn't talk to him about price. I didn't have prices yet. This was even before structural engineer and architect came out. But he said, I just throw some dirt up against it and pour your sidewalk. Good with that. So we can't do that, Randy, because that door is made of wood. It's going to give way, and we're going to have a problem with our sidewalk. And so we can't move forward like that. And that was I said, do you want to meet up there and I can talk through what the plan is? He said, no, I trust your guys' judgment. You just do what you need to do. I said, well, you want me to follow up with you and let you know what the plan was? No, I think you guys got it handled. So he doesn't want a whole lot of involvement in it, just from that discussion. But maybe the city wants him to have some more involvement in this in particular. I don't know.
Because, I mean, here's my thought. We have to build the sturdy base underneath that sidewalk and that road. And if this lasts another 10 years and it fails and all caves in, now they're tearing all that out again. And now we have a big void underneath our sidewalk. I mean, yeah, we have to do it. We have to do it. And I would say, okay, yep. Is it a forced on hand on you? Yep. But I think you have to put some skin in the game on this one. Like the curb, I can get that, like we're changing, but I think that, and I understand too, probably initially at the time, it probably wasn't like, okay, we're not gonna tear up that sidewalk and to do all that well.
But the thing is, I mean, technically the sidewalk's their responsibility too.
No, I get that.
You know, so I mean, yeah.
And what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think we need to have some skin in the game?
Is there like a can we do like a 50% cost share type situation on it, or
I mean, I think there's gotta be something.
oh gosh, I don't know.
Julie, what are your thoughts?
How long does anybody have any records of when that was filled in?
I remember
was
walking
this-
down there when it was an outside sidewalk, going downstairs and going in there. We had some meetings down there.
I was gonna
First
say,
of all-
I don't think it was really that long ago when that was.
I'd say 20 years, 15 years for
Right.
sure.
I remember the stairs.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I remember the stairs.
Right. I was young, but I do very vaguely remember it. So
Yeah.
who told them they could just
I think they
They just did it.
decided
kick
that-
dirt in there and
Put plywood up and
hope it lasts? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm
what are your
assuming-
thoughts? You think that there needs to be a cost share, or is this something that we?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand in our hand.
Especially, we can't be responsible. It's a wooden door down there, you said?
That's all I have.